Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some brand new outerwear, coats if you will, from COS. If you're new to my channel, I'm a big fan of COS. I have a lot of videos about COS, which I will try to leave some of my favorites linked above and below. And in my opinion, one of the things that they do best are coats. I just think they're super high quality, very timeless silhouettes. And if you're gonna invest in something for the fall winter season, I honestly think a coat is one of the best things to invest in, just because obviously it's covering your outfit. And so when you're out and about, you're probably going to wear the same coat over and over and over again. You might switch up your outfits, but your coat is going to be the one thing that people are going to see the most. So I definitely love having a really great coat. So I have three different coats. One of them is kind of a cape coat that I'm going to share. And I'm going to start with the first one, which honestly is the most classic of all of them, even though there definitely is a trendy element to each of them. So I do think they're kind of a fun way to spice up your wardrobe if you are looking for a fresher, kind of newer look to maybe just your traditional pea coat or just your traditional kind of like straight wool coat. But anyway, I will jump right in, starting with this incredible black oversized coat. I honestly don't even know how long I'm going to be able to hold this coat up because it is so heavy. This coat is such incredible quality, and if you're really into fashion and you're watching a lot of the New York Fashion Week content, this was like the coat of Fashion Week. COS had a presentation, and a lot of my favorite influencers like Claire Rose, she was wearing this coat, and when I saw it, I just knew it was going to sell out. I knew it was going to be a big hit. I think it has sold out at this point in time. They do tend to restock potentially, so I would keep an eye out on it. Go check out the link below. It might still be there, but last time I checked, this was flying off the shelves. And I totally understand why. This is honestly, it's definitely a higher price point coat, even for COS. I think it was around $450, even though I think I got it at about a 15% discount. And it's just absolutely stunning. It's 100% wool. Again, it's so heavy. And a few things that I really love about this coat are, of course, like the oversized fit. I got it in a size 2, and it definitely is oversized, but it's not like too oversized. Like sometimes Frankie shop coats can look like that, and it looks a bit clownish in my opinion. It does have shoulder pads, so it's kind of got that like 80s, 90s structure to it. And it's got the double-breasted feature to it, which of course is also a very like 80s look. But honestly, I just really love this coat. I think it's trend led enough where it looks really cool and fresh, but it's still very much a classic where I can see this being in my wardrobe for many years to come, like a lot of my COS coats are. So yeah, got it in a size 2. It has pockets. The other thing that I really love about this coat, which I have to put it down now because it's honestly so heavy, is the length of the coat. It's really hard, I found, to find a very long coat that basically goes down to your ankles. And I just think this is such a cool, glamorous look, and this coat absolutely has that. And so that was just kind of like the big, other than the beautiful structure and the fabric, this was like the really winning detail on this coat in my opinion, just because I think it looks so beautiful with boots and honestly pretty much anything you can put underneath this, because it is this long gorgeous length. And also just from a practical perspective, it keeps you really warm. Your legs are completely covered against the wind and the elements. And the other cool thing about it is that it's really versatile in my opinion. I could see this being a really lovely night coat, but also a day coat, which sometimes it's kind of hard to straddle both of those. I feel like a coat can either look a little too formal, too dressy, where if you wear it during the day, it looks a little silly. And then you can have a night coat or a day coat, but that doesn't look as good when you're pairing it with maybe a little more formal wear. But I do think this coat translates really beautifully between day and night. I think the fact that it's black also has a lot to do with that. But yeah, so the length is great, the versatility of it is great. In fact, from a length perspective, I actually think I would have to look at the exact measurements, but I think this is just as long as my Totem camel coat that I love so much, which I think was like 52 inches long, which is very long. And so, yeah, I honestly just like can't say enough good things about this coat. It's just so cool. I'm gonna put it on actually because I'm just like staring at it while I'm talking about it. Ugh. Yes. Like you could be wearing the most basic thing underneath of it like I am right now. I literally have a t-shirt and little drawstring pants on, which are a whole other thing in itself. Side note, I love these pants. I picked them up actually the same time that I ordered this coat because I loved my little H&M drawstring pants that I got so much that I kind of wanted a little more upscale version of them, and they had these 100% wool pants. And they also didn't have the problem that I have with COS pants sometimes where if I go down to a size 2, which is the size I would normally get, they're too short. But these pants didn't do that. They're a really great length and they fit really well. So these are definitely like my everyday kind of work pants now. So all things aside, when you put this amazing coat over something as chill as a black t-shirt and little drawstring pants, you still look really nice and really chic and really put together. And again, I just love the structure. I think it's so beautiful. Just all the detailing is so beautiful. Like all these little buttons. It's still big enough, even getting a size 2, that I feel really comfortable wearing like a chunky sweater underneath of this. So yeah, this just checks all the boxes, and I need to rip out the pockets because I can't put my hands in them. They are real pockets, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they are. I just have to get them open. But anyway, that is the first coat, in my opinion, one of the more traditional of the bunch. So let's look at the next coat, which is not going to be black. It's actually still a neutral, a beautiful camel color, but let's look at this. So this is a cape coat, a cape. This was actually my second attempt at buying a cape from COS. I don't know if you saw my last video in the spring where they had this really cool trench cape that just didn't work for me in my opinion, but I just love the idea of a cape. I think they look really cool. They're very chic. And so when I saw this one, I thought it was absolutely stunning. It was brought to my attention by a coworker that actually, I think this is a dupe for a Totem cape coat as well. I've noticed that COS has really like caught on to Totem and kind of the overlap in that audience, and they do quite a few little dupes of Totem stuff. But anyway, saw this. I really loved the camel color. It is a very nice wool, heavy, not as heavy as the black coat, but definitely still really nicely made. It also comes in black if camel isn't your cup of tea, but I kind of love camel because it's a really chic contrast to black, or it goes with navy, or honestly it goes really beautifully with like winter whites and creams and stuff. So yes, so this design I think is really stunning. They actually, on the model on the website, it was belted, so I thought I would try it out like that. So let's put it on, and I'm kind of going to talk through what I like about it and what I didn't like about it. So it's actually quite simple to get on. It just like kind of wraps on your body like that, and then it's open. I mean, it's a true cape. It's not like a cape wannabe jacket, and it's extremely comfortable because it is just something that kind of like wraps around you and then kind of slings over your shoulder, which, because the weight of the fabric is really heavy, it truly does stay there. Like it feels very secure to me. I would feel fine going out in this, even though it's not like clasped anywhere. There's no zippers or anything. It's really just like a giant wrap, honestly. And I think it's very chic. Price point wise, it was $190 USD. So for wool fabric, again, that's like really very beautiful. I thought this was actually kind of a good price. And the one downside is it's a one size fits all. So I'm sure for manufacturing purposes, this made a lot of sense. And obviously because it's so, you know, to the body, you just really just kind of wrap it around your neck. I can absolutely see how it would effectively fit many different sizes. So I kind of understand where they were coming from, but for me personally, I just think it's a bit too oversized. I think in this frame, like just at the top, I think it looks okay, but when I was kind of like staring at it, it just felt a bit much. It just was like a lot of fabric, and I just was like, I don't know, it just didn't, again, I just don't know what it is. I just cannot pull off a cape from COS. And so I think it's really cool, and I think the design is cool. I just felt like the design was sort of like overpowering my body. And so I think if maybe it was cut a little bit thinner and smaller, then I might feel differently. But I will show you what it looks like when I tried to belt it, because I didn't think that made it look any better. Go with that. So definitely more secure, keeping it all in. So I'm not gonna lie, I feel like from the front, it's super chic, and I actually really love it belted. I think it looks really cool. It's from the back that gets me. So I'll make sure I have like little side clips or whatever, but when I look at it from the back, I just feel like it looks like all of this fabric is getting pulled in, and it just feels I don't know, not the cutest. Maybe I'll change my mind. That's honestly, again, why I love doing videos like this, because it's sometimes really helpful to just see myself in a video from afar. And I'm like, maybe I'm just feeling, because it's something different from what I normally wear, so that's why I'm not drawn to it at first. But this actually feels way better than the first time I tried to belt it. Maybe I just ineffectively tried to belt it the first time, because what I just did on this one is I took it from the back to the front, and I actually think that felt much better. Let me see if I do it the other way. Maybe that's what I did before, and that was not so cute. Okay, so before I was kind of like belting it in the front like this, and not getting a lot of that fabric from the back. So it was kind of like this. So you can see, yeah, that looks so much worse. So I think also like how you belt it makes a big difference, but it is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very cool concept of a little top. It's definitely a really nice, just kind of like throw on. I actually think it looks really cool with these pants, with like a wider leg pant. I don't think I would wear it, you know, with like a jean or anything. I think it would look really nice with leather pants and boots. Probably would stick to more neutral colors and try to just pair it with like blacks and stuff. I actually wonder what this would look like over a dress. This could add some really cool interest to actually some of my more like turtleneck, long column dresses from COS, now that I'm thinking about it, just because they have these really beautiful silhouettes, but let's be honest, sometimes that can be a little boring. So I think putting something like this on over it, even with some little boots, I think could be like a really fun, like edgy way to kind of shake up a look like that. So I'm actually going to experiment with this a little bit and throw some clips in, see how I feel about it. But I would say for this one, maybe this is a maybe for me. Yeah, it's definitely growing on me, I'm not gonna lie. Plus, without the belt, it's also just like so comfortable. I mean, this would be so great to wear on like a plane, because it's just like a giant blanket, and it's so easy to put on. I also don't like it when you get capes or wraps or something, it's like really hard to figure out. This one is so intuitive to put on. It's just like side, then you have this little scarf aspect, and you just throw it over your shoulder, and then it's like, boom, you're done. So very cool, very cute. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna play around with styling, throw in some different versions of it, see how I feel, but this is still a maybe for me. Again, great price point. I do love the camel color. So yeah, TBT. The next jacket is a really big trend right now, and it's a bomber jacket. It's like a real proper bomber jacket. All wool. Again, I think all of these coats or wraps or whatever are 100% wool, and gorgeously lined, beautiful detailing. I mean, that's a very consistent trait across all of these. This one is, again, more oversized, a little more trendy, and I just loved the neckline of it, so I'll stop talking about it and actually put it on and show you guys what I'm talking about. But I would say this is the most casual, kind of sporty coat of the entire collection that I'm presenting to you. Okay, so here's the bomber. I think this was called like a wool cocoon bomber jacket or something. Again, I'll leave it all linked down below. But again, gorgeous detailing. I wish I could just, let me just show you. I hope this will pick up. Look at the inside of this and how stunning the cut and the lining of all of this is. I mean, it's really just that thoughtful detailing on all of this. It's so beautiful. It's kind of gathered in the back, which gives it that really traditional bomber shape, as well as gathered on the arms. And I got an extra small in this, which this one I will say for an extra small is quite large. It's really oversized. This was also a much higher price point than the other one. This was $250. So that I felt was kind of expensive just because it's not like a coat. I mean, you can wear it like a coat, but I see this as more of a jacket, if that makes any sense, than like an actual kind of formal coat. But yeah, see how oversized this is for being an extra small? And it's, I mean, it's definitely meant to be that way, but the shoulders are more dropped. It's definitely got that more sort of casual feel to it. And yeah, the thing that's kind of nice about it is if you wear it in a little bit of a different way. So right now I just have it like super casual, open, you can see the silver hardware on it. Or the way that they had it on the website, they kind of hid all of the hardware. So yeah, basically if you button this whole thing up, I think it's a very chic look, very chic silhouette. I think it looks so cool. Isn't that great? And then it's got little pockets in the back. So yeah, definitely a more sporty look. I still think this looks really cool with all of my COS trousers, my wool trousers that I have. So it's definitely, again, more casual, more chill, but like a very cool vibe and a really nice take on the little bomber jacket, which is like everywhere this fall. So if you're looking for a good bomber jacket, honestly, this one, while it's a little bit more on the expensive side, it is very well made, very cool looking in my opinion. So yeah, I would style this with my little Converse tennis shoes and my little wool COS trousers and just like a t-shirt, or if it's cold, I'd wear my little tighter kind of wool COS tops. And yeah, it's just a very easy like grab and go kind of jacket to wear, which is fun, but it still like looks like you're trying, which I think is nice. So yeah, this is kind of the final jacket or coat that I've pulled from sort of the newest collection of COS. They definitely have a ton of others, but these, in my opinion, were the most unique and the most interesting and the most special on the site. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and hopefully you can get your hands on things still. Hopefully not everything's sold out, but yeah, thought you all would enjoy this, and I will see you all in my next video.